and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at this, a Pear Tartan Sour from Totally Brewed. That's right, we're taking a look at this. It's called Snoochie Boochie. Yep, Snoochie Boochies. It's a Pear Tartan Sour. It's from Totally Brewed, another local brewery here to myself in Nottingham. Totally Brewed do some simply exquisite brews over there, although to be honest, I always have a bit of a love-hate relationship with their products. They're always of great quality, they just don't always appeal to my personal preferences in beer. But that said, I've never had a sour of theirs, never mind a Pear Tartan Sour, and the artwork on this can is simply amazing with what looks like caricatures of Jay and Silent Bob from those notorious early 2000s films. And I assume the name Snoochie Boochies is a reference to something in those films, although to be honest, it's been so long since I've seen them I couldn't really tell you for sure. Let's get straight into this. So here's a look at the can. You can see Bob on that side. Right. What glass will we use for this? I think the black isle glass is the one to go for here. Let's crack this open. Oh, that's thick and hazy. Looks like mashed pears. Not getting many aromas at a distance. That's proper hazy, and oh, that smells like pear dessert, which I think is the intention. I'll be honest, that looks very appetizing. It's hazy, but it's got a nice one finger, slightly off white head. It's almost white, to be fair. And it smells like pears and pastry, so I assume this is a pastry sour, although it doesn't say it in the name. You really can't see anything through that at all, but it looks very promising. So, firstly, aromas. It just smells like pears. It really does. It's slightly boozy pears. A bit of cinnamon in there. A few kind of vanilla-y custard notes. And then just a waft of kind of matured, slightly boozy pears. I feel like it's going to be a bit sour initially based on the aroma. There's a bit of that pear has definitely got a tart for the tartan, if you know what I mean. Alright, cheers. Whoa! Oh, that wakes the taste buds up. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's really good. That is. I mean, it's definitely as described. Let's put it that way. Oh, right. Well, if you don't like Pear Tartan, then I wouldn't go for this. It really does carry all of the notes of that incredibly well. Initial taste. There's not a lot of initial taste on the tongue, it's just kind of a nice fizzy bit on the front. It's pretty well carbonated, this. It's not heavily carbonated, but just enough fizz to kind of bring the flavours to life. Then the midsection, you get an instant spike of pear, then it mellows off, you get a bit of that cinnamon, vanilla bit in the middle, and then I feel like it spikes again in the tartness, that kind of sour at the back of the tongue kind of kick. Yeah, and then right at the end, traditional sour style gets you right in the back, and then it dissipates into a beautiful, subtle, but definitely there, pastry flavour. It is definitely there. That's really nice. It's not the most obvious pastry sour I've had, but it's a damn good one, and it is definitely authentic in that respect. So let's take a look at the can. Totally Brewed Snoochie Boochies Pear Tartan Sour, 5.6%. On the back it says Pear Tartan Sour contains barley, wheat, oats, lactose, cinnamon, vanilla, pear puree, caramel flavour. Didn't really get the caramel, but the others are definitely present. Yeast, hops and water, 440ml, 5.6%. Best before the 31st of August. It's now something like the 4th of April, so it's pretty fresh. I'm guessing these don't have a hugely long shelf life. It says, at Totally Brewed, we like to pack our beers with flavour. Our fearless approach to brewing means we're not afraid to look past traditional brewing techniques and have a fun with gutsy flavour combination. This beer is Totally Brewed. That it is. They do like to do some pretty brave stuff, do Totally Brewed. And sometimes it works out for them, and sometimes I'm not so keen. But on this one, this is a very nice drink. And we have another from them coming up on the shelf just here, but more about that one at the time. Right, has the aroma on this changed at all? Not really. This is very much as it was. Boozy pears is the predominant factor, and a few little cinnamon spice notes at the end. The vanilla is kind of in there, but pretty low key. A bit more of the pastry elements coming through now, I think. And that's pretty much as it was. Okay, that's changed a bit now after it's been sat out for a moment. This could be as a result of my taste buds getting used to it, but I'm starting to pick up a bit more bitterness, a bit more of like a citrus sour bit in it. The pear, disappointingly, has disappeared a touch. I mean, it's still the predominant flavour, it's still absolutely there, but there was a kind of a sweet lick of kind of pear and custard in the middle before, and that's not really getting there. Let's see if moving it around helps us. Don't get me wrong, it's still all absolutely there, and maybe this is just as a result of becoming acclimatised to the tastes, but I feel like it was better when it was first opened. Usually beers mature a bit and get a bit better with time as they sit in the glass, but I feel like the sour's taking over, and those subtleties of the custard and the pastry notes are really just getting lost. Don't get me wrong, they're absolutely still there, and this is absolutely delicious. It just was a bit better 5 minutes ago, which is a bit annoying, but nonetheless, it's a really enjoyable drink. Not the cheapest from Totally Brewed. I'm not going to quote price because I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's certainly not one in the bargain bin. Is it worth it? Yeah, I think so. This is a quality product. It's clearly well produced, clearly well thought out, and it's very enjoyable. So if you like your pastry sours and you like Pear Tart Tatin, give it a go. I think that's everything from me. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like it if you haven't already. Subscribe if you would be so kind, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.